Hello, Mrs. Barbara Blosveren.
Hi, Melvin.
How you doing?
I'm doing very well.
Today, of course, is the day of your farewell reception of your time as the director of the Stratford Library.
Yes.
All right. So tell me, how do you feel about this whole event now?
Very touched. So many people who I have known and worked with through the years at both the library here, staff at the library present and past, people who have worked for this town of Stratford, the school system currently working, current town council members, former town council members, the mayor was here, superintendent of schools, people from the Baldwin Center, people who, all of the organizations that I have been involved in, the Rotary, the Chamber, Youth and Family Advisory Board, School Readiness. It's very, very moving. It's been 33 years. It's been an outstanding opportunity to have worked at the library, and the last 9 years as the library director.
Okay. As you say goodbye, Barbara, I guess what kind of feelings do you have now, especially now that today, the reception and everyone coming by to say goodbye to you? How do you feel, having this happen today?
I feel very touched. I feel very honored. I know the role that the library has played in so many people's lives, individually, personally, and for all the organizations in the community. It's a treasure, the library is, and the fact that so many people who are here today to honor me is a tribute to how they feel about the public library and its role, from the mayor to the superintendent of schools, Baldwin Center, Parents Place, Readiness, Stratford Youth and Family Advisory Board. All of these groups are here because the Hispanic Heritage, people that the health department, through all of the groups that we continue to work with on a daily basis. And just their answer was, Barbara never says no. She always says yes.
Okay.
You can always just make it happen at the library.
Is that the case with you? That you're always willing to help out here?
Absolutely. I mean, that's what so many people said when they paid tribute. The most recent one was the literacy volunteer group, that they're coming here now, staffing a table, and of course we were going to say yes. Dick Hageman was here from Continuing Ed. We always have the registration here. The health department, we have the blood pressure and the cholesterol screening and flu shots here. And everybody knows the Hispanic Heritage. Gladys Ramos spoke about the fact that they had 3 weeks to pull it together. And where did they have it? They had it here. And that was the first time that they ever had the Hispanic Heritage Festival. And they called the library, and we just said, yes, of course we're going to make it happen.
Okay.
We always make it happen, and we always say yes, because we want people to know that we are a place that welcomes all.
By the way, I know you said earlier that you said a few tears came down.
Yes. Yes.
Is that you kind of thinking back over these years and how?
Yes, I mean it's just so moving to look around a room and see people who you currently work with and people who you worked with 25 years ago, who have come here today because to honor me and to pay tribute to what I've done and what we've done together, really. Anita Fluker was here. She was head of the school libraries when I was doing the teen department, and she previously was the Stratford High School librarian. I created the teen department in Stratford Library, and she and I did so many programs and grants together. And she's been retired for many years, but she came. The man who was my supervisor when I was head of the teen department in the 1990s, Lou Lanise, he came today. So it was very touching to see people who have been retired. Mike Imbro, who was the chief of police, I saw him and he came by. Former board members, former town council members, Rotarians who I've been working with for years. So it's over a lifetime. When you've been in a place for 33 years, it's a very long time.
And I guess it now comes up here. Are you more thinking now back to everything that happened over the years? Or are you thinking more towards the next couple of days and then finally when you leave on Friday, that's it?
Well, I'm thinking of all of it. I'm thinking of the present and what will be in the future. I'm really pleased that Sherry Zemansky, who I asked to be my assistant director 9 years ago, is going to be the new director. So that is a wonderful feeling, to feel that you're leaving it in good hands. and you feel that you look back and you realize what has happened, and especially for me personally in terms of the teens, because there was no teen department. I was the first teen librarian, teen department in Connecticut. And now teen services is so vital here, and it has been for such a long, long time. That gives me great pleasure to know that that will continue. And I look around, and we just had an orientation last night for the new council, men and women, and proudly showed them some of the new technology we have, some of the new programs we have. So it's always evolving, and we always are asking our current community what they want the library to have, because it's never stagnant. It just keeps changing. And if you come back in 6 months, I'm sure some of these collections will be in different places.
All right.
Because as priorities change, we've needed to put in many more outlets for people with laptops.
Okay.
We've had to add a lot more tables for people to sit down. We added power tables at the windows so people can plug in their PCs and their phones and get to our databases 24 hours a day, which was something that was unheard of when I began. So it's very exciting. It's an exciting time to live. It's an exciting time to be in a library. It has been a very, very exciting career for me.
Okay.
And I know that it will continue to be, because we're busy every single day. It's the busiest building in town.
Okay. Busiest building in town? Okay. 2 other quick questions for you, real quick. Number 1, I know I've asked you a bunch of questions before, but okay, 2 other quick questions. Number 1, on this coming up on the last day, you said, before, you said that, you've seen the building change. How often do you expect to come back?
That's an interesting question. Well, I'm looking forward to coming to programs here that was scheduled while I was working that I couldn't go to.
Yeah, because you were working.
Because I was working. So I'm looking forward to taking advantage of definitely some of the Rita's Theater programs that Tom Holohan does that I would love to do, because I'm on the Square One Advisory Board and I love the theater.
Okay.
And I might want to join the book discussion group that meets here that I haven't been able to go to. So I imagine that I will be coming back to attend programs and definitely to check out materials and to check out DVDs. And if I ever need technology help, we have the best technology staff here. So if we ever need help, both Mark and my husband and I, we know that we've got lots of people to help us with anything we get stuck with, whether it's our iPad or our phones or any new device. Now we have a 3D printer. We also just got something that will change your videos into DVDs, and I'm looking forward to using that, because I have some videos that I want to turn into DVDs, and I can now do that here. So I know that I will be here often as a patron, just enjoying it.
Okay. And secondly, I know when we spoke for the interview we did with the story I wrote, you talked about traveling.
Yes.
Where do you expect to travel to first? Where will the adventures of Barbara Blosveren take us?
Well, I'm planning a trip to Aruba, so that will be nice and relaxing, and I'm taking lots of books to read, and I've downloaded a lot of books on my iPad, and because I'm on Tom Holohan's Square One Advisory Committee, I have 17 plays that I will be needing to read while I am at Aruba to help select the plays that Square One will end up producing in the future.
You still haven't told me what your favorite book is, right?
I know, I told you I couldn't say that because there are too many.
All right, well,
I told you the kinds of books I like to read. I'm reading historical fiction right now, and I'm really enjoying that. I'm reading a book called My Name is Mary Sutter, about a woman who wanted to be a doctor during the Civil War, and she's not allowed to, because women were not allowed to be doctors then. And I'm really enjoying that book. I'm reading it right now. I have about 30 more pages to read, and it's due soon. I just renewed it today.
Okay. And what's the name of the book again?
My Name is Mary Sutter.
My Name is Mary Sutter. Who's it written by?
Cannot pronounce her last name, but I will be able to give it to you after the interview.
I'll actually put up a link if we get a chance to sit down.
Okay.
All right. Well, congratulations on a well-done career, and
Thank you.
I'm sure the people will see you all
Thank you for
here.
all the coverage that you provided for the library. We appreciate it.
All right. Thank you.